Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Incredibles Rise of the Underminer. Last time we shut down the Corruptorator, and now the Underminer has made his escape to the surface with one last surprise for us that I totally haven't already given away. But just before we do that, I wanted to sort out these extra levels. So these are split into three parts. The first of them is Metroville Melee. Now they're split into three parts, but two of those parts will be the same across each one. The first part is always referred to as nuts and bolts.
Whoa! What is that?
And what you have to do in nuts and bolts is, it's a simple gauntlet. Just defeat all the enemies. The second part is, well, it's the second part for two of them. In the third one, I believe it's the third part. Although you're technically doing it in the second one anyway. So, yeah. So, and that will be called Protect the Scientists. We've already seen that. We saw one in the Magnemizer. We saw them in the Corruptorator, and they are my least favorite ones because they're some of the most difficult. And then in Metroville Melee and whatever the robot one was called, Robot Factory one was called, Mechanical Mayhem, it's the third mission. In Furious Frozen Fight, it's the second mission, and that one will be different every single time. Like that one will be the unique one. Although in Furious Frozen Fight's case, it's pretty much Protect the Scientists Part 1, and then we have Protect the Scientists, which is Protect the Scientists Part 2. It's the same basic thing. Okay, Metroville Melee always takes place in this car park. You can destroy the cars, which have the same graphics as they did in Late for School, which, if anything, only makes me want to destroy them even more. And for some reason, the enemy he's trying to destroy the car, but he's not making any progress whatsoever.
These guys are serious.
And all we simply have to do, well, you know, this is simple. We've done this plenty of times before. Because this one is available after completing Blizzard Backdoor, none of the enemies have force fields here. Don't know what he's doing. I'm not really going to be using any of my super moves because, especially in single player, Mechanical Mayhem Part 2 pretty much requires that you have every super move available. Mechanical Mayhem is hard. It is the hardest level in the game. The first phase is simple because it's just this. But the second phase is really hard, and the third phase, I can never understand what it is I'm supposed to really do. I mean, I know what I gotta do, but getting the timing right is really awkward. And trying to get like the damage dealt and the damage dealt for either character is particularly difficult, because if you're really fast, you can finish the level in a matter of seconds. But then you're not really going to get anything, so you have to deliberately pad it out, which really requires you to work on your timing in order to make it last, in order to get the damage dealt, whether it's for just one character or for both of them. Oh, we've got one behind us. Oh, hello. And by going over the fence, they will die. I don't know why, but they will. It's just because of that fence. Oh, is he dancing there? He's doing the jitterbug. I mean, I don't know what that is, but I know it's a dance. Why did I do that? I went right towards him. When I know he's going to attack me. Hey, they're coming from the other side of the fence. How come they get destroyed if they go back? It's one of those weird enemies. It's like a Hammer Brother, or it's like a Fire Brother in Mario. But the Hammer Brothers do it too. I mean, the Hammer Brothers, it kind of makes sense, but how are the Fire Brothers able to shoot fire and yet get killed when you throw a fireball at them?
Ah, that felt great! Oh yeah, just like the good old days.
Alright, that's phase 1. So now it is simple enough. Next up is phase 2, which is protect the scientists. And easily the most annoying of these 3 missions. Oh, it's frozen. I need to go after it. Oh well. So now it's time to protect the scientists. And this one, I can never work out again if this is a matter of timing or if it's a matter of the scientists, if it's a matter of the enemies, or what this one's supposed to be.
We need to cover these scientists while they get to that helicopter.
Okay, so here's how this works. We can't lose more than 2 scientists. They'll jump out of the center. I don't really know where they're coming from, but they'll jump out of the center. And then they're trying to be lifted up by this helicopter, which will send down this pipe thing that the scientist will then just zoom up. For some reason, and I don't know why, the helicopter always has to raise the pipe back up. Why? We see the scientists go up super fast. It's already in the helicopter. Why can't they just leave the thing there? Because it goes up so slowly and it goes down so slowly. I really don't know why they have to do it this way. Anyway, occasionally the robots will go for you, like that one is. But usually they aim for the scientists. For the most part, it's just these robots that you need to worry about, but later on they will start to bring in the big ones, like the trench bots. So if you lose 1 or 2 scientists, then you're okay, but you can't lose 3. Once 3 are gone, that's a failure, and you're going to have to start again. And the scientists go down in 1 hit. So they are very vulnerable. And this is multiple phases. I think you have to do this 3 times, so this mission's pretty long. And I should really go back over there, because it's a good thing they decided to aim for me and not the scientists then. I think once you start punching them, they do generally tend to go for you. I think, anyway. 2 more coming in. Even though we clearly saw them over there, they are now just going to die. Now see, now they bring over the trench bots. This is only phase 1. We still got to do this 2 more times. Let's get moving. Let's get moving! Finally. We still got to do that 2 more times. I mean, we don't even know what the purpose of this big drill thing is. It kind of looks like the Gilgun bot, but it isn't. It's just there. And then we destroy it in phase 3. Because it takes a long time for it to actually do anything. Like at the moment it's not doing anything, it's just standing there. This is exciting. Oh, we've got 2 trench bots now. Frankly, when they're clipping to the fence like that, that will destroy them. Which I'd say is fair enough. If you've got a fence going through you, I'm not surprised it blows them up. Oh, how hot is it in the sewers? So these scientists, they are said to be people, but these are some weird looking people. I mean, they're tiny. I mean, then again, Bob's boss was tiny. So I guess it's not that out of the ordinary. But with the robots, especially the trench bots, you have got to make sure that if you are trying to stay close to the scientists, if they're attacking you and they hit the scientist, it will kill the scientist. Get up, Bob. That was close. We still have these guys. Oh no, we're getting a few too many of them now. There we go. At least it makes it a little bit more intense, but you just still have to wait for the next scientist each time. Whoa, what the... What was that? I just saw him, he like zoomed across the screen for a moment there. It's like it loaded him in the wrong place, it zipped across the area. And so it then had to bring him back to the right place. Come on, there we go.
That'll do it. There's more scientists up there. Why can't they all just hang out together? It'd make
Yes, that's a very good question. Right. I mean, I could go after him. He'll probably come towards me anyway, but the enemies do spawn instantly. Well, he said distract. Okay, while they're distracted. Okay, now they've realised. Now they're coming over. At least the trench bots can selectively damage each other, but it seems to be very on and off as to whether or not that's actually going to happen. And that time we did it. Watch out for these guys. I can't remember what they're called, because the hint art sort of indicates that there's like 2 robots like this, but we only ever see one. I want to say they're called chunk bots. But I'm not sure. We're still waiting. Actually, I just realized that giant machine isn't in the middle this time. Oh, we got these guys. Well, we definitely don't want these guys getting too close. It's actually over here now. Come on. Hey, I mean, I'd say that the Furious Frozen Fights Protect the Scientist mission is probably the best one. Though it isn't, because it does keep you pretty tense. The third one's just really frustrating, and this one's just boring. There we go. I guess that one did have you destroy the enemies, although I'm pretty sure I didn't attack one of the trench bots. I think it's still over there. I never saw it come around. Right, there we go. Yeah, that phase is done. If you want to get like the green circle on these levels, you'll get the green circle on like the individual selection thing, but you'll need to get it on all 3 in order to circle it on the top. If you know what I mean. I know it just comes back.
Look at all this equipment. Smash it before they cause more damage.
Right, so here's how this works. Whoa, slow down. So, Mr. Incredible is going to launch these things, lift these things up. And there's going to be and then you have to have Frozone freeze these drills. But you're also getting surrounded by enemies each time. So you have a set of drilling devices. I believe the enemies are infinitely respawning this time. So this thing is, it's got 6 legs and you gotta do it for every single one. So that's the same process really. This one is again, it's kind of tedious. And what was this phase called? Return the favor. Okay, and I guess it's technically what we are. It's technically what we're doing. Come on. Let's just get over there. I don't think each phase adds like a different number of enemies. Let's just attack that thing and there we go. And then it just repeats. Yes, drill underground, be distracted. For once, I actually encourage you to drill underground. Damn it. Get out of my way! Does Mr. Incredible's ground body, like in credit slam, does not have the same effect when it's the AI doing it? That's what it looks like. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. Okay, so they do have more enemies. I am struggling to work out who's where here. Right, there we go. One left. There we go. Right, we're just gonna try and freeze this thing now. Don't push me away.
That was ice-tacular.
And there we go, that's Metroville Melee. By completing that, it's going to send us back to the Magnemizer Guardian. A weird structure. And that completes that. It's kind of a shame that I played as the wrong character in the first one. But anyway. That completes Metroville Melee. Next up is Furious Frozen Fight. So I will see you guys then.